Y'all listen, I've been wanting to do this particular video for quite some time now, but I just haven't got around to it. But y'all listen, we're talking about gun control. We did an early video talking about gun safety, and then we also talked about can guns be used for sports, and we showed a video on that. But now, with the recent mass shootings and stuff like that, I think that it's probably a responsibility that I have as a responsible gun owner to really give my opinion about what I think about gun ownership and stuff like that, and common sense gun laws. Y'all, it's a very different conversation to have, because the conversation that divides Americans, right? Just divide people in general, because some people are for pro-gun, some people are anti-gun, and people who are pro-guns, we have a lot of different facts that we can prove and throw out there to say this reason why we need our guns, and vice versa. The people who are anti-guns, they have a lot of different things they can throw out to prove that their point why you should need a gun. And it goes back and forth, and then we never really get to any solutions. Just recently, Joe Biden kind of beefed up the current gun laws. They have a thing called red flag laws now, to where any private person or a group of people can petition the courts if they find somebody, whether through suspicious activity, whether it be internet searches, whatever, or just even erratic behavior. They can sign a petition to a court to maybe send a red flag to keep them, or to get them to confiscate their gun, to give up their guns. And then you have the extensiveness when it comes down to dealing with folks who have domestic abuse charges and stuff like that. They're broadening that thing out, and then also going to get it to where extensive background checks between the age of 18 and 21. The initial thought was they're going to up the up the age, the minimum requirement to purchase a gun to 21, but they decided to keep it at 18, but then give extensive background check between those 3 years, 18, 19, and 20, and 21. My thoughts on all of it. Before I get my thoughts, let me just say this. Let me clear some misunderstandings up. Just because you have multiple guns don't make you a terrorist. Just because you have a stockpile of ammo don't make you a terrorist. A person like myself and others like me, we have more than one firearm. And ammo is expensive. And the best way to make your ammo cheap is to get ammo at a cheaper price is to get it bulk. A lot of these companies out there, they do one flat rate shipping. So basically you can get, if you're buying online, you can get as much ammo as you want with one flat rate. And then as you go and search the internet for different ammunition and stuff like that, you may find some on sale. And then, like you say, one flat rate, get it all to you. It is always good to have ammo, because if you're going to have a gun, you're going to be active, you're going to shoot and stuff like that. You're going out there and practice and stuff like that, or even get in competition, or even yourself may be a person who is a firearm instructor who needs firearms to your clients or whatever. That's the reason why a lot of people buy these ammunition. That don't mean they're terrorists. If you're a person like myself who have more than one gun, we talked about in the earlier video that there are competitions, and every competition have certain type of weapons that you can get into, and so if you want to compete, you may use those certain weapons for certain things or whatever. Even if you're a person who don't compete, you just want a different weapon. It's no different than wanting 2-3 different cars. And I know I'm comparing apple to oranges, but still it's that same notion. Everybody keep talking about what we don't need, and you're right, we don't need a lot of things. No one needs a $1,400 pair of shoes. Nobody needs a $5,000 bag, a purse. Nobody needs a $10 million house. And the list goes on and on and on. But we live in a world where we work hard and we get what we want. Say it again. Of course, we don't need those things, but we want those things. I don't need to have 100 pair of shoes to help boost my ego, but I want 100 pair of shoes because I want options when I go out there and go fresh. I can only want to wear one pair at a time, but I like my options when I have all my shoes. Same way with a person who wants a muscle. I don't have to go down this. What I'm saying. So it's all about a want. And I know that there are some crazy people, and I know the law wants to get involved with more common sense gun laws to try to help keep and try to save lives and try to help keep these guns out of the hands of crazy people. I get all that. Another thing I want to clear up is that the AR-15, the AR in AR-15 does not stand for automatic rifle, and it does not stand for assault rifle. The AR and AR-15 stand for Armor Light Rifle. The company who made that design of a rifle, AR-15, it's named after the company, Armor Light Rifle. Let's clear that up. And since we're talking about the AR-15 and AK-47s, they are not weapons of mass destruction. When you're looking at a WMD, it's for all intents and purposes, you're talking about grenades, grenade launchers, chemical bombs, atomic bombs, whatever these, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about a gun. We're talking about bomb, explosives and stuff like that, whether it be chemical, biological. We're talking about that type of stuff, all right? So, and I know that the media was gonna come and throw these words out there to get y'all in your feelings, but I'm just clear, that's not what that is, all right? Now, all that being said, my opinion about common sense gun laws is this: I do think we need them, and I think that both sides need to come to an understanding. Changing the Constitution and trying to get rid of our Second Amendment right to bear arms, I don't think we need to go down that road, but I think there's a point to where we need to, people are hurting. And I know that even though with stuff Biden just put into law and stuff like that, that's not gonna stop bad people from doing bad things. But I think the fact that we need to have the conversation. I think if we have a conversation and be open-minded, that can help heal the people who are hurting. But if the NRA and another pro-gun owners, if we just shut the door and like, no, it's not me, I get it. There's a lot of more stuff that can be said on a political, but I'm not going to get into my political views and stuff like that on that. But yeah, I just think that every responsible gun owners need to have some type of response. I think they need to really check their attitude and their defensive stance when it comes down to having a conversation about being a responsible gun owner and gun laws. Because even when it comes down to just own a gun, period, I have to sit around and deal with people who think that I'm crazy, who think that I am extreme, for owning more than one firearm, or even just owning a firearm, period. And there's always a conversation to have. But I get everybody have their own taste, everybody have their own opinion, and that's just that. But it ain't for everybody. All right. So to the families and the victim of all the mass shootings here recently with Buffalo, New York, Uvalde, even going back as Parkland, Las Vegas, Virginia Tech, San Fernando Valley, Columbine, you name it. If I missed anybody or anybody who's lost, either been a victim or know somebody who's been a victim of senseless gun crimes, man, my heart goes out. Much love, much respect, thoughts and prayers out to you. This is your boy EC22, and I'm out.